the Philly power ranking changes more than anyone that I've ever seen, or just to let alone talk about Tri-State, period. The Jersey one comes out, you usually have your typical ones at the top. Occasionally one will outplace the other, and at the bottom is where you'll have the new ones mixing around. Beast will go from first to second to sixth one season. Like, they bounce around. And it's not just him, it's all the Philly players. But now we're going to see what Beast is going to be able to rock out here in the Pokemon Trainer. Going up against Meli, the 7th seed of this event. Going up against the seed just directly above him at seed number 6. Going to go against one of the finest Pokemon Trainer players to ever do it. Starting on Pokemon Stadium, home field advantage. Let's get it.
We'll have to see how it goes. Meli, a player that I'm quite familiar with after some of my many excursions to Xeno over these past few weeks, and he's been killing it lately. Like, just wins on car flow, on fawn, on numbers, on helper, like just on LRA. Like, so much of the common Xeno goers end up facing against Meli and end up having to deal with his regimented, steady style play, which can really shut down characters that don't have a lot of excess mobility to use at their disposal. Characters like Pokemon Trainer, for instance, really susceptible to the Belmont type of gameplay loop.
Yeah, it's all going to be dependent on if Beast is going to be able to position himself in the Beast Zone, which is right around that ledge with the back throw bear. Because it doesn't matter exactly how good your matchup is against Charizard. That's a matter of how good your Beast matchup is. And it's looking like the Beast matchup so far on part of Meli, it's pretty good. I mean, the thing with, like, Belmonts, man, is that this is a character that, in theory, we should have had dealt and done with years ago. We figured them out. Gimmick. We thought they were the new hotness when they came out. I feel like Belmont is like the textbook example of what happens when a character core or like just character players just absolutely grind. Because Meli ain't even the only one. And we've been seeing put in some solid work with this character as of late, but he's definitely the recent hotness with all those Xeno wins as you've been mentioning. But Beast, something to say about that. Evening it out with only a 5% differential between these players. Zoning out Squirtle should be a little bit harder, but once Meli gets a couple hits on advantage, those Belmont combos are still second to none, Ubel.
Yeah, I mean, he's putting together such a solid stringing. Finding the grab while always threatening the reverse cross. Like, just jump over that and you get to see it go all the full distance. And I want to say Meli tried to use down air off of the Razor Leaf instead to get some extra distance. However, we're just finding ourselves right back at this ledge. Surprised that Beast was able to get out of there utilizing Charizard's rather mitigating airspeed. Okay, Flare Blitz.
Yeah, we're only going to be seeing pretty much forward crosses unless we're getting an edge guard coming out from Meli when the Charizard is out. Charizard's a big body. It's a little bit harder for him to get away from those at this stage of the game. But that Squirtle interaction you were talking about before, you know, it's like sort of textbook conditioning because a lot of players don't jump there because they feel like that's exactly what the Belmont wants. I'm going to jump to avoid this reverse cross right now. I remember that you threw it in the other direction. Then you're just going to jump up and nair me or forward air me. That's when he chooses to not do it. And also questionable when he chooses to drop shield.
Do you think it poked?
We'll see. We'll take a look at that replay because it very well sounds like the kind of thing that would happen for Joel in that scenario. But at the same time, it looked pretty full.
It really did.
We'll take a look at that once again once the replay comes in. Point is, Beast got it, and now he's tacking on as much insurance as he possibly can. I love down throw in that scenario, going for a creative reset right there. Yeah, there'll be certain types of players who will say there's always an optimal throw to go for. There's healthy times to mix it up.
I think where this is all leading back to the...
All right, come on.
Yeah, you're gone. But all of that, it's leading back to what you were alluding to at the very start of this game. Like, there's the Pokemon Trainer matchup that you can learn and slowly figure out their weaknesses, and then there's the Beast matchup where it's like, why are you flare blitzing cross stage like that? Who are you trying to hit? But
it worked.
But sometimes it works.
It worked.
And that's the again, we're seeing two completely different and polarizing gameplay styles. Meli is controlled, trying to maximize his advantage and his each moment and position that he's in, because Belmont can't always reposition super well. Meanwhile, Beast sometimes just lets it rip and forces you, instead of trying to pick the correct decision, he will just make a decision and live with the consequences.
And how can you say that Pokemon Trainer is a bad character, like after what you just said, or at the very least not a top tier? Like, forget the bad character thing. That I misspoke my words right there. How could you say that Pokemon Trainer is not a top tier when you need to know the player matchup? It's not like the kind of character that you can like figure out and be like, you know, like I'll make some quick adaptations to this player's personal play style. Yeah.
Sorry, but
no, please, the people needed to know what I was saying was not important. That was way more important to what's going on there. But the point is, I'm saying is that you really need to know the Beast matchup when you're fighting against Pokemon Trainer. And when you can play a character in that sort of variety of ways to the point where even if you feel like against a common character like Pokemon Trainer, you'll have them figured out. No, there's a lot more you have to know. It's not like certain like low tiers or whatever. It would be like, oh, I know what this character does. I know how to exploit him.
Oh.
You're dead.
Yeah, that's, you're just gone.
Yeah, that's way too far for the whip to come out.
Nope.
I don't know what Castlevania game that is. He ain't never had a whip that long.
That's the danger of playing Belmont, right? Like, if your feet get caught off the ground, you get caught in one of these Squirtle combos that taken horizontally in specific. Typically, you see a lot of verticality in most of Pokemon Trainer's combos. The Beast augmenting his routes to make sure that he can close out that stock. It's easy enough to say up here, but edgeguarding Belmont is sometimes... Oh, you just got to commit to it. Sometimes you just got to send it. Edgeguarding good players is sometimes a little hard, but when you've got a Belmont on screen, no fear to be had.
Bro, it wasn't even hard. He just turned his brain off. The reason that happened is because Meli just F-tilted him twice in a row, and then the third one again. But the third time, Beast was prepared for it and parried it, and that's how he was able to get the grab off that situation. That was adorable because Meli thought, yeah, I could do that against a big body like Charizard in this situation. I got range on him. That's what my character does. I told you, nothing matters against Beast when you're pressing buttons against him by the ledge. Range is non-existent. Just don't mess with him there. Just stop it. Get some help.
Be something different here going on for Meli. Oh, scouting out the down air and reacting accordingly. What's Beast as the shift over to the Charizard comes down. Nice catch on the part of Meli, though. Finally shifting instead of going for a forward smash or a more basic type of strike, going for the up smash and changing out the conversion just that little bit. Helps a lot when you're trying to make a comeback. Gaining any semblance of control can be huge here, and Meli getting forward tilted again. It's so scary to play against Squirtle when you don't have a lot of means to knock him back. Waiting to see some reversals here from Meli whenever Beast gets in his face.
Situational awareness on the part of Meli was sick. Like, a lot of other Belmont players would have loved to run in with another hit there, but he recognized that he had full Hydro Pump. And just knew that there was just no way he could do that. Because you get blown off stage, it's this character, even without the water gun, you're kind of just dead regardless. That's just how that goes.
Now, what I'm thinking here from the side of Meli, right? Like, you're changing up your recoveries, you're managing all of your resources to the finest tune in order to make it back there against an Ivysaur and not have to deal with something like a drop zone nair or something like a back air threatening 2-frame with down air. All of these different edge guarding moves that Ivysaur has an advantage. You down air on the Razor Leaf and spring yourself up. Just looked like it hit the startup of down air. And that's you commit all of your resources to that with the double jump. So once it did not work out, dead in the water.
You remember the time that Meli down aired a Razor Leaf to recover?
I've seen it before, but just didn't work out in this one. Beast throwing out his Razor Leafs a little too high.
Intentionally as well, my friend.
Always.
Yeah. There's this situation again. That was just...
It's Beast, not always. But this was.
That's just how you do it, man. even in the situations where, like, the whip was able to grab towards the ledge is when, like, Beast just knows how to back air better than any other damn... Not even Charizard, but some would say even any damn player in this game with the way he gets those edge guards. And it's so much scarier, right? With a character like Belmont, who have notoriously one of the worser recoveries in this game. You get that character far enough. Off the level against Charizard is one thing, but then those Squirtle combos as well. Something that Beast very much did not used to be known for.
Nope.
Used to be his least played Pokemon.
He puts it
easily, but he puts it in.
He puts in the work. He's at so many locals throughout the week, so, you know, putting in the work ends up paying off. And, I mean, shout-outs as well, too. I mean, Meli, of course, playing solid. We'll get to see him a little bit later, potentially as he dips the losers bracket. But I believe we'll be heading into winners finals, which will be Marvell and a Beast. And man, the fact that Beast is putting on a strong show over these past few locals, and then coming into Fusion, which was a last-minute decision for him to get to winners finals, must be feeling pretty good to get some wind in your sails.
Oh yeah, it definitely might be like a testament to what Beast might be doing this weekend, depending on how things are going to be going forward. Beast, of course, you know, famous for having these killer local runs, but, you know, Majors does his thing when he can, but has very rarely gotten in the very top echelon that we know he's more than capable of getting to. Shoutouts to, I believe, Shine 2022, was it? Or was it 2023 that Beast had that crazy run?
What was the last one? It was 2022.
It was 22.
It was
Thank
22,
you.
yeah.
I was at 23. How did I not?
I don't know if Beast was.
Yeah.
Oh, he might have been.
Y'all shouldn't have let me on the mic, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you made mistakes.
That was like 2 years ago.
Mistakes were made. Yeah, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning. All right, like I'm an old head at this point. But if we're moving into winners finals right now,
I believe so.
You want to talk about what I do remember? Are those 2019 matchups?
PT